Hello everyone. Today I want to show you how I would paint a winter landscape on white mixed media paper. It's actually it is Strathmore heavyweight mixed media paper, and I will show you how I would start a painting. I hope I will have time to finish it, but anyway, I would start and then blend some pastels, oil pastels on paper using a turpentine. I will be using turpentine, and I think that we can start with a very light drawing, like really I'm using like kind of purplish oil pastel, and there will be sunset here, so I'll be probably like the thing is that you need your drawing to be absolutely right, because if your drawing is not right, it will be very hard to...
Yes, what can I do for you?
Sorry, it's my heater. Jesus, it talks. My heater is talking. So I will just do a very light drawing. So you see, I'm just adding the colors which are analogous, and they can be easily blended if I want to blend them. And these are the mountains. So you don't have to be very dark at the beginning. Maybe some medium dark colors. I don't know. There will be trees here and here and here. There are probably some kind of bushes here. So when you place all these darks, you need to be sure that they will be there, and you won't change this drawing because otherwise it will be very hard to...
Yes, what can I do for you?
Sorry, it's my... maybe even... Again, it may be blues and maybe grays. And also the clouds. I'm not really blending right now, but I will be probably blending later. And I'm kind of leaving out the white space for the snow, and I'll be adding So these are the colors that I will actually be blending if I add turpentine. So at this point, I think these are basically the colors that I'll be blending, okay? And I leave out this area white because I will be adding color right away, because when you use white paper, the colors are basically the same as they are in your pastel set. They don't change much, and if you want to keep these colors pure, you need to apply them as they are in your pastel set. Different shades of the main thing is not to allow any muddy colors, so make sure that you blend analogous colors, colors which are close to each other in the color wheel. Okay, it's actually very light, very light. Okay, so at this point I may take probably, leave more. Some pinks here, and even maybe some kind of light orange here, okay, and here. Okay, at this point I may start adding a bit of turpentine, and maybe just some and I'm using like this very wide brush. It's actually a paintbrush, and I have turpentine on my brush, and very not very, just a bit, not much, because you see I'm just blending this color here and here, and you see the turpentine blends colors really well, blends oil pastels really well. So, and now they look more like watercolor or gouache. I may even maybe, and here the brush almost dry. You see I'm just blending all these colors. Even the fact that there's some violets here, it's okay. Like even here, let's see, I have the violets prevail, but you can always add more colors later, and I may even blend the blues and some snow here in this area. And you see the paper holds turpentine really well. And we have like a very general painting of kind of basic painting of basic shapes. I'm just looking for another color that I would probably add. Some kind of ultramarine blue. I might want to add, to the, you see, like I have a little bit of here I have a little bit of turpentine, and you don't really need much, because the turpentine dries really fast, and you already have all your colors there. And then you may start like adding more layers, kind of more layers. And what I'm talking is that you see this area where I have this the colors smudged a little bit, and when you have the outline of something dark, like a dark tree against the light sky, you need to make sure that your tree will be exactly where it is, because it's very hard to remove this layer. And even if you use it, if you remove it using turpentine, like a paper towel dipped in turpentine, then this area will still, this dark area will be on your paper or board. So it's actually not that easy. I'm adding like kind of very dark green here, like kind of pine green, sap green, more like sap green, because it's a I think it's kind of a pine tree that we have here a lot. Okay, so I started with purple because I think that there are many kind of purplish color when the sunset is there. And I may even start adding, you see, I'm adding more layers here. And okay, more layers. And maybe these are actually, I think that I'm using Montmartre pastels. I may even use some darker blues here. So the paper is still wet, and you see this dark blue. This is I think this is Holbein. It's really dark here. So, but you shouldn't be afraid of that, because if it's really dark, you can always blend it first. Like here's some part of the mountain is dark, and you can add maybe purple here, you see, to make it even more interesting. So you can add any color actually over there. And add some kind of lighter blue here because it's in the distance. And you see I'm easily adding another layer of color here and here. and even in the tree, in this tree. Okay, so it's like we have okay, some trees here. Okay, some distant trees here. So using turpentine makes it kind of easier, you know, to paint, and make sure that your brush is really like this. It's, I don't know, 10 inches, 12 inches, not inches, sorry. It's 2 inches. It's number 10 or 12, but it's about 2 inches. And I think that we can darken this area here. Okay, so it's a little bit darker, and here too. And maybe just start, you know, like kind of adding more layers here, like making it darker, because it's already like the sunset and the colors are not very bright, more like different shades of, I don't know, blue, purple. Okay, and oops, you see, I just added the wrong color. Well, yeah, it happens. So the problem is that it won't be easy to remove it from white surface. And you see, it's not really removing. Oops, so the only thing is to paint over it. Yeah, you need to paint over it like this. So there are different options for, you can either paint like this, or you can start blending, you know, using your using the brush, or you just, because you can easily blend like this, you see, yeah, it blends really well. So you can blend like this, or you can, you know, paint with short strokes like here, like this one. And a good thing is just to actually use the side of the stick. I'm just trying to, yeah, to use the side of the stick like this. You see, it makes your painting, you can paint faster, much faster. And I'll just add some kind of a little bit of blue here, make it more interesting. Kind of. And I can even, I don't know if you can see this here, but okay, I'll just add purple and purple here, and I just add a darker blue here, blue and purple here. Okay, because the snow is kind of dark in this area. And but I left some area for the kind of a little bit sunlit area of the snow here. And maybe even here. Okay, just a little bit. And maybe even here, you know. still add some areas of grass, but these are kind of all details. I don't know if you need all of them. Maybe some kind of a, because you see I'm just drawing a tree, and you need to make sure that you won't be you know, improving the drawing of this tree, so it's like here and it won't be anywhere else, because it will be very hard to correct it. So if you try to remove this area, this dark drawing will be on this white paper, the same as maybe this tree here. Okay, and all this dark I'm just adding a little bit. So you need to be sure that all your darks will be exactly where they are. Okay, all your darks. Okay. You may add more colors if you want, so it's all very possible. Okay, and I think that I can probably add this kind of blue here. This is the end of the paper, so I'm just adding it like this here. And I may start adding some bit of color here. So I just left all this area for the sky, and the sky is blue, a little bit of blue here. Okay, and maybe some blue and yellow. So I'm adding blue, and then I'm adding maybe a bit of not really. I think that I'm adding kind of this color here. Okay, like a bit of blue-green, and okay, a bit of here. So it's actually blue-green, and some of the clouds may be really dark, and it's fine. We just want some contrast here in this area. Okay, this is fine. And I will probably add more yellow here. Green, yellow, yellow, green. And this is a good example that we actually can blend these colors a little bit like this. Oops. With turpentine. Here I'm adding, I'm just blending So when oil pastels are blended like this, they look pretty much like gouache, or I don't know, or even watercolor, you know, very kind of watercolorish. Um, watercolorish. The paper is really good, really. It's 350 Gs, which is really, it's heavy based mixed media paper, so you can easily use any medium here. Like you can use turpentine, you can use I don't know what else, like I showed you in previous lessons, any kind of oil-based media, a medium for oil painting, for oils. Okay, and then I can probably, you know what, I can just work a little bit on this area where I add some pinks. You know, these pinks are not really adding really well. This is what happens sometimes. You see in this area that there are many layers, and some of the layer may not even accept more, you know, and okay, it's good. So when you paint a sunset, you paint some really bright colored objects on white paper. Make sure that you start exactly with this, like sunflowers, like sunsets, like, I don't know, even a red apple. You start with bright colors, and which will be there, and because if you go wrong with the color, it would be kind of hard to okay, yeah, I'm just to replace this color with something else. Okay, if I have this, then I can add just yellow here. Just blend it a little bit, okay? I'll just blend it so the yellow and maybe a bit of pink here. Okay, a bit of pink here. Okay, and some kind of maybe, okay, like this. And we can add maybe a bit of maybe even darker, like kind of a bit of pink here. Yeah, like usually this area, it's like, it's really this kind of very dark red. And then we can add a bit of orange, just a little bit, because it's basically not orange, it's more like yellow orange. And then we can add lighter. Okay, lighter. Okay, lighter yellow orange, you know. Okay. And maybe even here. I'm using, this is Lightwish, the old version of Lightwish. They look a little bit different now. They are round and these are square. Okay, probably add a bit of, okay, and a bit of pink here. We have some kind of pinkish clouds here. Okay, like this. Yeah, now it looks better. And then we can add, maybe you can add some, this is too dark. I think that maybe this area needs to be warmer. Okay, a little bit warmer. Okay, and here we have, I think that we can, okay, let's see. Okay, so maybe just, a bit of blue here. And we can blend it, okay? Like this. So it's up to you. You really want it to be blended, that's fine. If you want it just to be kind of apply in a kind of rough manner, then it's totally possible. Okay, then I may probably add some softer light here, maybe, you know, like soft the edges, soft the mountains. And I think that I can also maybe add some, I don't know, some kind of, it's not really yellow, it's more like white yellow. Okay. So you see, it's kind of harder to add kind of highlights upon all these layers, and this is the reason you need to know beforehand where your lights will be, right? Where your lights and shadows will be. It's very important. Okay, so I think that we can probably make some. It's 9 by 12, so it's really not that small size. And now you can actually work on your drawing more. Then you just, I don't know, you can add some layers of color and like add some maybe just some, I don't know, some details. So now you have all these areas covered with color basically, right? Then you can just add more layers. which is like you can add, let me see, what else do I have here? Okay, you may probably add, oh, this is dry pastel. By the way, this is dry pastel. Actually, I think that dry pastel can be applied over oil pastels, but this is a very thin layer. So if you even add dry pastel like this, you see, you can do it, but it won't sit here in this area for long because it's chalk over wax. You see, it's much better to add wax here, for instance, right? Wax over wax. So I don't believe that dry pastels can be successfully incorporated in oil pastels. I mean, probably yes, you can mix them, but basically, I don't know. I think that, oops, this is. I think that maybe. And you see, I'm just adding these colors, and at this point, I think that I cannot really add more. Maybe even I don't have a spray with me, but even if I had, I think that it's probably something that you cannot really add more and more. So I don't know, maybe some layers may be added, but okay, let's see. This is darker. Okay, I think that you can probably just work on some details here more. Maybe some trees or grasses, like some grass here if you want, maybe some grass here. Okay, so it's possible. I really like when previous layers kind of look through the new layers, and maybe we can add some depth. I don't know, maybe some kind of and maybe more blue here, just to make it more expressive. These are like kind of steps, or I don't know, kind of holes in the snow, or that make it more interesting here. Okay, and we can always, we can be very impressionistic, you know, like dab color like this. You see, like I'm kind of dabbing color with all these dots, and you see, and which I really love. I love that oil pastels are very impressionistic in this sense, and we can and maybe we can be very impressionistic here, especially when we paint the snow, like here, you know, and very expressive in this sense, very expressive. And maybe add some blues here, you know, everywhere. If you add your colors, make sure that you add them everywhere in your painting, and maybe we just make it I will not be like really painting a lot, just some, because it's a process. You cannot really stop if you start painting, so it's make sure that you have one foam, which is like one long foam. You just break it somewhere here or here, you know, so that these parts are uneven, you know, to make it more to make it good for the purpose of a composition. And here, in fact, we have a dark. It's more like black because we have these darker branches, something, and I think that we can. Okay, it looks a little bit light because we have a lamp on the right. So I think that this is basically it, and I just can walk a little bit on it later. I don't know, maybe just make some distant let's see, some distant trees, distant area, a little bit lighter in value, you know, maybe like something like this, but it's all up to you, like you want to make them lighter, and some, maybe some, okay, so yeah, it's a landscape that I painted many times, and I really love it. And maybe only, you know, like this, there may be different shades of blue and violet. Oh Jesus, I'm trying. This is actually Light Wish again, and I'm thinking that I want maybe to make it more saturated, this dark part of the mountain, you know, it's really darker. Okay, so this is basically it. And if you, oops, I don't need that one. It's we can probably add some highlights, some light, like, you know, some, so the mountains are visible here. Okay. Okay, so thank you for watching, and see you in my next video.